just Falcon is a lot more slippery, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And just due to the fact that he's really good at baiting out double jumps, even though he does have limited options, it's really hard to control. Our TV just, oh wait, never mind. It like went out and then went back on, but.
What are we seeing? Falcon Meta Knight? I know.
Yeah, so we're gonna see Falcon Meta Knight. A lot of people say that this matchup is 7-3 Meta Knight, but
really?
a lot of the time, if Falcon is able to get a grab, then Meta Knight should be dead.
Yeah.
Because
Johnny Stock.
yeah, well, it's not even that, because a lot of the times Johnny Stock's really good on spacies, right? So we're seeing Johnny pull out magnificent combos on spacies at low percentage all the way to death, which is really hard just to get going. While because Meta Knight is a semi-fast faller, you can just get the end of the Johnny Stock sequence a lot faster. So 0 to death, just a lot more common on Meta Knight than it is spacing, because it's really hard to work off of that fast faller quality with like Fox, Wolf, and Falco.
Plus Meta Knight has a pretty much a worse tech roll when it comes to these situations, so it's actually easier to punish, like easier to react to what Meta Knight wants to do.
Yeah, exactly. See, and that's exactly what happens. Because he is a fast faller, you're able to get him off the ground at 0 a lot easier. He's not able to reach the ground as fast. We see that a lot with spacies where they'll just ASDI down and they'll touch the ground and immediately shine Falcon and tell him, no, you can't do that. While Youngblood could just up throw, keep him on platform, build him up to 30%, and then immediately kill him. Really bad dimensional cape.
Yeah, KinGly also dimensional cape suicided earlier. It's
yeah, so
not looking good.
It's somewhat small infamiliarity with Meta Knight, and the fact that he's using dimensional cape in neutral, and his combos aren't really as pristine. It worked there, but that's just really common knowledge for Meta Knight. No offense to KinGly's play.
Yeah, I actually didn't know KinGly played Meta Knight until today.
So he's been playing Meta Knight for the past month and a half, I think. It may be a little bit sooner than that, but he went Meta Knight at an IaB once, just full Meta Knight, and he got really good results to the point where he was just thinking, oh, hey, maybe I should play this character, especially since he has a very bad vendetta against characters like Fox.
Yeah.
So playing...
Switching back to Sheik. Maybe a comfort pick, maybe just knows more about the matchup.
Well, definitely, yes. More solid playstyle with Sheik. Still a winning matchup for Sheik and when going against Falcon. But it's just more comfortable, like you were saying.
So, banning Green Hill Zone, banning Fountain of Dreams. I feel like we won't see Wario Land. I feel like we might actually go to Battlefield.
Yeah, Wario Land is a very risky pick. Battlefield is one of Youngblood's strongest stages, but it still wouldn't bother me if he picks a stage like Final Destination, Dreamland, or Delfinos. He gives them way too much space, so very good to go to either PS2 or Smashville.
It's first grab. All right, KinGly's got him pretty much on the edge, but Youngblood able to just jump in and down B onto him.
Yeah, and very great getting into his face, doing that rising nair preemptively, just to stuff out the shuffle nairs that we keep seeing from Youngblood. Ooh, great foxtrots coming out, trying to keep it as ambiguous as possible. Great ledge hog.
KinGly's edgeguard game is pretty on point right now. I feel like that's actually always been one of KinGly's best attributes, is actually his edgeguard game.
His edgeguard game is really good, but his punish game, along with his tech chasing, he's evolved. It means that he said that he watched Boku no Hero Academia and then just leveled up because it motivated him so much and taught him how to tech chase. He said that when he was playing Sheik, he was giving 90%, but after watching Boku no Hero, it made him put in 110% like All Might wanted him to do.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
like something heavily just dumb in the beans that... Like, it's not bad that he's getting motivated by Boku no Hero, but I just think it's one of the dumbest processes I've ever heard to teach you how to tech chase.
Hey, whatever works, man.
I mean, I guess. Like, I love Colby so much, but that man's thought process is sometimes one of the weirdest.
It's a little bass backwards.
Yeah. All right, just getting that up throw knee at high percentage is one of those confirms, expect straight out of melee. Ooh, trying to get that dash attack, but ducking out, putting himself in that corner, but because of his edge guard consistency, just being able to turn around that stock.
Yeah, KinGly's pretty much in command. Like last game, it was, I feel like very much in Youngblood's full favor, but now that KinGly switched back to like comfort pick, it's just so much better for him now.
Yeah, and a lot of it we're seeing is due to KinGly's utilization of what he'll do is that he'll wave dash forward and immediately crouch, and because Sheik has a true crouch, it's really hard for Youngblood to land sweet spot D, and he has to start calling it out with things like down air. But because it's just more rapid movement, so he'll wave dash forward, crouch, wave dash forward, it allows Youngblood not to keep getting these confirmed conversions, if that makes sense.
Ooh, reverse fair to finish the game.
Yeah, and that was super sexy. And we're gonna go to game 3.
Let's see, what was one first? Battlefield?
Yes. Oh no, the first game was
Battlefield, I thought.
Oh yeah, it was Battlefield. Yeah, sorry about that.
So Battlefield DSR, probably banning some big stages and FD. Yeah, big stage FD and then DSR.
So, if anything, this stage is definitely going to start being very dependent on Youngblood's movement more than anything else. You're really going to have to watch him start using the platforms more and baiting out options from KinGly just to start following him. But since KinGly's play is so preemptive and that he's predicting how you're going to move, we're not really going to see that. So it's really going to depend on Youngblood dashing back instead.
Catching that with a stomp. Crouch is under get up attack? I didn't know that was a thing.
It's very, very specific hitbox, but because it's a crouch, it's just able to avoid a lot of rising moves.
Ooh, Youngblood putting on a lot of pressure right now. Successfully avoiding things, but not actually winning neutral until right now.
Yeah, so it's more that KinGly has to start forcing control onto Youngblood, and Youngblood just has to start to gain a hit. So definitely a lot more work on KinGly's side of the matchup, and it's just going to deal with spacing, making sure that he can call out movement with needles, or catching at least a jump out of shield, or anything of that means. That's why he's going for like preemptive rising nairs, preemptive rising fairs, is to catch that. Very, very smart from Youngblood to go for that light hit knee into back air.
Edge guard situation, but KinGly just goes for ledge thinking that, hey, maybe I'll get this.
It's tricky. Trying to edge guard Sheik is a very, very risky move because since her startup of her up B is invincible, she can just drift towards you and go for an explosion if you're holding ledge for too long. And a lot of times she can just mix it up by going on stage, especially going a lot farther. I think the manipulation on Sheik's up B is, it's not one-to-one to melee, I don't think, but I definitely could be wrong.
It's at least very interesting to edge guard because all the mix-up that you can do, you can like drift back so it takes longer for you to reach ledge. You can go onto stage. You can go straight up and fall back onto ledge. The mix-ups, they can be easy to find out, but because all the mix-ups exist, it makes edge guarding Sheik a little tricky.
Yeah. Ooh, great. Getting that fair at early percent, recognizing that he DI'd in, and then getting the grab, but with up throw knee at the mid to high percent, it's going to be super risky.
Soft knee, not what he's looking for.
Yeah, so he could have gotten hard knee afterwards. It's just he wasn't fast enough on the second knee because it put him just in place to go for it, but it looked like Youngblood had a lot of hesitation.
Yeah, I think Youngblood thought he got the knee, and so by the time he realized it was soft knee, he just didn't have the time to correct.
Oh, light hit back air, not what you want. But because he's at this warm arthritis percent, I don't think up throw knee is going to work anymore. He's going to have to actually start calling out for hits.
Ooh,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not the best place to be against Falcon sometimes, just on a platform, because up air can just go through the entire platform unless you're really proficient with shield drops. It's pretty safe. All right, edge guard failed from KinGly. I thought it was going to be a sure win.
Oh, trying to read that roll in, but getting that fair from platform. KinGly's platform work is something that you definitely cannot sleep on, basically.
You have to respect his options.
Oh.
Because he's been developing them.
Yeah. And also, going for that crouch cancel war at that last stock, super risky for both players, but Youngblood coming out on top, even though KinGly went for that down smash. Oh, going for that tourney winner nair just to push him off.
Oh no, Youngblood! I don't even know what happened. Did he run off? Did he get hit off?
Yeah, it may have been Mufasa Tech or maybe Wispy blew him off. I don't know what happened actually.
I'm pretty sure Wispy can't physically blow you off, but you can at least get like blown to the edge and then like do something stupid.
So it may have been that, so here's platform, he dashed back and he wanted to dash forward and then go for either dash attack or maybe shuffle nair, but because he dashed a little bit too far off on stage, he did a turnaround nair instead and actually died. That's my best prediction, but I definitely could be wrong.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to review it.
How do you turn around nair though?
So one of the big things
like
is
the momentum from your first dash puts you off?
Yeah, because you can still turn around right before you fall off of the stage, and in doing so, he would just turn around, but he didn't get his dash back or his dash forward. But because of the momentum of his dash back, he just died. Wait, what? Which was All-Star Random? I thought that was over.
Wait a
Okay. Alright, so on stream right now is All-Star Randoms? Or is this Bananas KinGly? Okay, yeah. So this is going to be actual tournament. We're still having All-Star Randoms go on in the background, but for now we're just going to watch Bananas rise through the PM bracket. So, KinGly is holding his head right now, or beforehand when he knew he was playing against Bananas, and he was like, I don't want to do anything near Ice Climbers. Like, I hate that character. And I think that's another reason why he actually picked Meta Knight. It was